her a light spray to help me out. Maybe, yeah, oh, good, great. So remember that similar to the ankle tape, you know where the Achilles is. You can really see hers very well because of her musculoskeletal junction. So you have to think, if this is the length of her Achilles, well, that's the length that I need to be at with my tape. So that means my anchor is going to be quite high, okay? We don't want you to hit your anchor too low, so then you make this little baby external Achilles. So I'm gonna even bring you down a little more, yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do, just remember how okay. Yes, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you this way. So just like in our I'm getting right up to it. And I'm gonna use, instead of the white tape, I'm gonna use our light plast as an anchor, okay?
So is this anchor at the same spot we would do a standard ankle tape, or is it higher?
This one's gonna be a little higher because we have to really encompass the attachment of the Achilles. Yeah. And then here we're gonna anchor low. And remember, we don't anchor down here for an ankle tape. Okay, so now we have 2 anchor points for this tape, okay? Now one could argue, depending on how you were taught, if you were taught this as an athletic trainer, that this piece is gonna go here, so what could I have put here to make sure for protection?
Like a heel and lace.
A heel and lace pad. So some athletic trainers know this tape with the heel and lace pads under that, as if you would a normal standard ankle tape. That would not be wrong if you did that, okay? Because you're just saying, I'm layering in a piece of protection, okay? For where there's going to be tape. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna consider how the length there, but then that you remember you've got to, you're gonna have a big stretch on it. So you're not gonna need as much as you think, but I tend to go a little on the longer side because you guys tend to go on the shorter side. So to teach you properly, we sort of meet somewhere in the middle, okay? These should be of decent size. This is the first time you're gonna be working with Elasticon, which is a very heavy, heavy cotton, okay? It's got tons of support in it, okay? So this is how we're going to build the, support. We're gonna take a little slit, and what's nice is the Elasticon has this line down the middle. You're just gonna follow it with a little slit, and we're doing that because we are gonna end up ripping the tape, but this tape is so hard to rip, you're gonna pre-rip it for yourself, okay? So what we're gonna have them do now is go into some plantar flexion. It doesn't have to be extreme toe point. We just have to have some plantar flexion, okay? Because what we're going to do now is we're gonna come under and attach, and I'm gonna have you lean in with your left hand and hold those 2 pieces. That's okay. Yep. Now, we're just gonna make sure that it doesn't pop off, okay? Because I wanna figure out, this is also kind of a feeling you have to get is how much pull. Okay, I'm taking out most of my tension, and I'm gonna attach. Now I'm gonna overlap, not exactly in the same spot. Go ahead and grab those all for me. I kind of like feel out my tape a little bit.
Is it 50%? Or a lot of it?
I probably would say I'm holding around 50%, yeah. I'm not taking all of it out, that's for sure, or else she's not gonna be able to move her foot. So I'm sort of like, you know, figuring it out. I'm laying it down, and then I'm wrapping. Just okay, so now this is the one, when you go back to re-anchor this, give yourself a couple loops around, okay? And don't just stay in the exact same spot. You want to capture some of that. in there, because what you don't want to have happen is she puts her foot down and it just pops right off, okay? Here, I could have done the same thing. If I, just imagine I had kept going, I could have said, you know what, I'm gonna make sure that that doesn't pop off. And I could have gone just one or two more around, okay? Now, before she moves her foot, what I need to do, because all that's adhesive back here, I'm gonna fold it on itself. Okay, so now you see how we've created a tendon. You see that? Okay, good. Now, to test. When she goes to put her foot down, so carefully load it, and she should feel now she's got a spring in her step. She literally has something that's pushing her foot into plantar flexion. Can you sense that?
Mhm.
It's like doing this, okay? And that's what we want. We want to have built something externally that will give her push off, because her Achilles is already